What's up, everyone? It's me, GOCARLO, and in one take, we are gonna talk about the Nintendo 64. That's right, I'm putting myself up to the challenge. One take, we're gonna talk about my entire Nintendo 64 collection. This is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna answer a lot of questions. What's my favorite N64 game of all time? My stuff is all over the place right now, but I have some games in the box. I have a lot of cartridges. I even have this thing that holds all the games together. But you know where we gotta start? The console itself, right? And the controller. N64, alright, I didn't actually have it when I was a kid. My first system was the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 1 games, and then I had the PS2. My first Nintendo system was actually the Game Boy Advanced. So my cousins had the N64, and before I ever had a Game Boy, they had, you know, the Game Boy Color, the original Game Boy, because I remember them playing Pokemon, but I didn't have those systems myself. But basically, yeah, the controller was weird, and as a kid, I didn't know how you were supposed to hold it. I didn't know how you're supposed to hold it till it took a while. It took a while, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, guys. Honorable mention to Conker's Bad Fur Day and Conker's Live and Reloaded, because I played it on the Xbox remastered version, and that's why I don't have it on the N64. But that game has always been expensive. Alright, so the official count of how many games I have has not even started yet, because these are just the box games I have. So this is really just the sampler right now. We're gonna keep the official count, all right? I haven't counted yet, but at the end of this video, we're gonna have an official count of how many N64 games I have. All right, guys. Number one, Elmo's Letter Adventure. I think I played this on PS1, so one day I saw it and I had to get it for N64. Game number one. Game number two, Superman 64. I have this game because of the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I got him to sign it, and I was gonna give it to my friend because that's a good gift for the memories, but looks like I kept it in my collection. Alright, we're also gonna make a stack. I guess these are the games I already talked about. Game number three, Majora's Mask. I played this game when I was young. To be honest, I have not gone back to it, you know, since I was a kid, but it's a good game. One day I'll return to it and I'll beat it, but Ocarina of Time, Ocarina of Time. Want to hear some conspiracy theory? All right, conspiracy theory, shout out to Retro Rick. He said all Majora's Mask cartridges are damaged at the top on the corners there. And when I heard him say that in a video, I knew exactly what he was talking about, because my cartridge isn't as bad as some of the other examples I've seen, but it's there. All right, the next game we have here is Smash Bros. Smash Bros, I remember this game from when I was a kid. It's the first Smash Bros game. It's not Melee, it's not Brawl, it's not Ultimate. It's the first Smash Bros. But it's always a good time. I think to this day, this one's probably the least sweaty. So, worth it. I think when I finally picked up this game again, when I was a kid, like when I finally got my own N64 and picked up this game, it had all the characters unlocked, and I wiped it. I wiped the memory so I can unlock all the characters myself, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just rocked out with all the characters, because I'm not gonna sit here and unlock all the characters now. So if you ever buy one of these, it might have all the characters on there. You know, you don't gotta erase all the data. All right, guys, next game, the first Mario Party. Now, I gotta say, some of these games, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do for some of these games. Some of these games I bought from flea markets. Some of these games I paid full price for. Some of these games I had to be in a relationship. I had to, you know, acquire them from ex-girlfriends when we were in a relationship together. I had to take these games from their brother. All right, they're mine now. I don't know. I don't remember how I got this. I don't remember how I got this here. All right, guys. Next game, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. So Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue on N64 and on PS1 is actually a completely different game. No cap, on PS1 and on N64 it's a completely different game. And the PS1 version is better, and the N64 version is one of the worst games of all time. But I didn't even know that until I watched a video about it. All right, next on the list, guys. Ocarina of Time. This game should be an anime. This is my favorite N64 game of all time. It's the best game. It's the best game ever. This game should be an anime. Really, the story, the art style. I think it's something else. You know what I mean? It's not even just the best Zelda game, whatever. It doesn't have to be the best Zelda game. It's its own thing, and I really like it. Ocarina of Time. So we reviewed 7 games. All right, here we have something. Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo. You know what? I never played it because I'm getting confused with Episode 1 Pod Racer. I need to check this game out. I like Star Wars. Anything Star Wars. I like the prequels. Yeah, this is cool. All right, next game we have here is Rugrats in Paris. I played the PS1 version when I was a kid, so I had to get the N64 version. I think it's the same game, actually. All the Rugrats games are good. You know, maybe some people say some are better than others. I really haven't played them since I was a kid. But yeah, when I was a kid, I really liked Rugrats, and the games were actually really good. Here we have Banjo-Tooie. All right, guys, Banjo-Tooie. I never played it because I was always one of those guys who I wanted to beat Banjo 1 first. You know, I'm not like that in all cases, but in this case, it was like that. But this game, I haven't said it in a while. The value of stuff is just going up. Banjo-Tooie. All right, here we have Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. It's been a while since I revisited this game, but this game is heavy in the lore. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and this is a definite, you know, recommendation. I might revisit this game. There's a lot of stuff that's in this game that actually has been coming back in the Star Wars canon, you know, as we speak. You know, a couple years ago, you never thought that, you know, some of this stuff would be canon, but this is awesome, guys. All right, boom, here we have Kirby and the Crystal Shards, man. So what did I say about it before? It's one of my favorite N64 games. I like the blocky N64 art style in this game. Kirby games always have a really good art style. This one, you know, is a little different, but it's cool. But the gameplay is really good. I think it might be the best side-scroller platformer kind of thing on the N64. Because this is more of a classic game, it's not a 3D game. Kirby 64 might be on my list for favorite N64 games. There should have been a game like it on the GameCube, but now they're kind of fixing that. There's a lot of Kirby games on the Switch. Alright, next, we're going to talk about a game that I'm happy that I have. WWE, I said WWE, it's WWF. No Mercy, the Attitude Era. This is one of the best wrestling games of all time. The value of this one going up, and there's a lot of mods for this game. You know what's really cool? The box for this game. The box for this game has a completely different cover art from the cartridge, so I kind of want that in my collection. WWF No Mercy. After that, what is this, WrestleMania 2000? Actually, not a lot I can say about this game, to be honest. But I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm trying to collect a lot of wrestling games, and the value just keeps going up. It's always cool to figure out like who's in what game, like what the roster is in this game compared to this game. And there's a whole bunch of different wrestling games, WCW games, ECW games. So the wrestling lore is so cool, you know, when you figure out, oh, this game has this guy and he's not in that game because he's in a different company. But I'm really happy I have those games. Some of these games I completely didn't know I had it, or I forgot if I had them. So I didn't really look through them too much, but those were games that I was happy that I had in my collection. All right, next game. Toy Story 2 on the N64. I played this game on PlayStation 1. So check it out, guys. So I said Toy Story 2, but it's really a Buzz Lightyear game. Like it says, Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. This is a really good game. People are speedrunning it. People are playing it on Twitch now. People are modding it to have different graphics. This is a really good game, guys. I'm serious. I played it a lot when I was a kid. I beat a bunch of levels in it when I was a kid. Like, I spent a lot of time in certain PS1 games. This is one of them. Like, it's not a bad game. It's a really good game. Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Alright, next we have Bomberman. I almost said Bomberman 64, but no, this is Bomberman Hero. This is a cool game. It's a Bomberman adventure kind of game, and it's cool. I like it better. This is probably my favorite bomber game. This is probably my favorite Bomberman game ever, okay? I'm being serious. The regular Bomberman games are not it. This Bomberman Hero, this is good. Thank you for checking out this video, everyone. We're gonna continue this in part 2, so I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like, write a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.